Well, hello there guys, welcome back to some more Ultimate General Gettysburg. For those of you guys that are new to the channel, you might want to check out the other episodes, which you can either find in the playlist for this particular game, or just click on my video history and look for the same icon, thumbnail, etc. Start at part 1. I think I'm going to try to put 1, if I remember, down there in the description so you guys can start from the beginning. But basically, our only job now is to hold Shiloh Church. We know that there's a large group of Confederates coming forward, and this, of course, a group of Maxinius, our greatest general ever, is over here trying to hold the line. We've also got some skirmishers, as well as Loomis, just Loomis and this fellow, over here at the camp. But I'm going to move them over here to this farm. I think it's basically a position we can defend a lot better. I hope I'm right on that assumption. Move some more men up. You guys might hear my washing machine in the background. I don't think you will, but if you do, I do apologize for that. But we're just waiting right now for some Confederates to show up. I might even take Walton and put him over here so that he's got a nice defensive location defended by a bunch of walls, of course, homes, etc., and wait for these rebels. Alright, so it looks like our boys are getting into position, and as you can see, I'm trying to put Loomis right there on the edge of the forest. This is a pretty safe area to be, in my opinion, so we want to be there, we want to defend, and make sure that we don't get knocked out of this area, of course. Alright, that's about good. Okay, I hear definitely some movement. I think you guys can hear that too, and oh my goodness, we might have some enemies coming from the west. Now that I didn't expect, so I'm actually going to put Group of Maxinius right here, and I'm going to bring Gaines, the skirmishers, over here to the edge of the woods, just in case the enemy tries to attack us from the back. And it looks like if that is an organized Confederate attack, we're going to have to change this formation significantly. I'm going to bring Lubis back. In fact, I might just bring Scherer back, but I want to see if Grimes can spot anything. Obviously, he can get a good look over here if he pops out of the woods just temporarily. And if the enemy tries to cross this water line, that would give us a really good attempt, or a really good opportunity to start shooting. There we go. There's Avery up there in the north. I don't like that one bit. Hit him, Scales. I definitely expected the Confederate reinforcements to come from the east, but that might have not been the case, in which case we want to bring Loomis back over here. And that's what I'm going to do. If anything, Neal will be here to repel any rebel assaults, of course, but I'm hoping that Loomis himself can spot these guys. So far, it seems like a very disorganized attack. In fact, we're going to go ahead and speed things up a bit to see where the hell the rebels are, because they seem to be taking their sweet time. And so far, just sending a little cavalry unit to basically tickle us, it's not really going to do anything. They're not making any progress, and kind of makes me worry and wonder where the hell these Confederates are. Let's go ahead and get Loomis over here at the edge of the woods. There we go. Oh, hold on. We might have some Confederates. Yes, we do. We've got Wood and Shaver. They're attacking from 2 different locations here. We definitely want to be careful, and actually I might want to bring Loomis back here. I can't even decide where I want this guy, but Shaver is definitely a threat. So we're going to, of course, bring Loomis to deal with him. We'll keep Neal here, and I'm hoping he can fire away at Shaver from his current position. All right, here we go. No, I don't think he can reach. We could possibly get Grimes and the rest of the skirmishers to move forward, but right now I'm actually going to bring Grimes just to fire on Wood. He's definitely trying to get over there in those woods. Well, wood, and basically try and get a decent position for this attack. So I want to go ahead and try to repel that. Keep it up, boys. Don't stop shooting. Now we fall back before they're able to actually fire at Grimes. Of course, skirmishers, they're not nearly as strong as like a line infantry unit. You know, there's not as many men in the unit, but they do shoot at longer distances. So he still has his uses, and I'm thinking right now Scherer can take a position in the woods here and defend this area. Remember, in the woods, all those trees, all that tree cover is going to give us a really good defense from 2 different locations. Now, they're going to think that they're dealing with just a few skirmishers. In reality, they're going to be dealing with a whole damn infantry brigade of 2,000 men. plus the skirmishers. So I think that we can actually sort of lure them into a trap here. Of course, I'm going to keep Shaver right there, but I'll bring Grimes out again. More rebels detected. Seems they're heading to our camps at Shiloh Church. That's to the south of us. So that means they're going to have definitely some men down there at the south waiting for us, or at least coming towards us more aptly. There we go. Give Wood some hell. Good shooting, Grimes. Get back to the woods. Force Wood to follow you. And yes, look at that. Claiborne is actually coming forward with a charge on Neil at the farm. We definitely want to throw rounds downhill. Of course, we could potentially hit our own men here with this volley, but it's a risk we have to take. We started this battle with not nearly enough men to defend Shiloh Church, but I'm hoping that our men's veterancy through all these battles is going to help. And actually, Claiborne is already retreating, but as you can see, a lot of damage being done there, and some nasty, of course, close combat fighting here. And it looks like we just got some reinforcements. One of our northern camps will better be more than just a damn general. He can't do much. This is going to scare the enemy away by yelling at them. I mean, yes, it's going to give a morale boost to our men. It's definitely a bonus, but there we go. That's what we need. Claiborne getting stomped, absolutely stomped. As he retreats across, you see all those rebel bodies there, and unfortunately Neil is pretty terrified at this particular moment, I should say. I do want to stand fast with Scherer, because if not, he's not going to get that woods cover. But we got to get Neil back into that position near the farm. Although look at Claiborne, look at those rebels just getting smashed. About 500, close to 500 men dead or wounded in that attack. Definitely not something I think they're going to try again. But unfortunately, all we get is Franklin, just another general to help boost up our line here. And that's not what I was hoping for. I wanted some more men. Nonetheless, we've got a hold. That's the order of the day. So here we go. We can put Neil back on the farm. Of course, the enemy seems to really like to attack that position, but hopefully Neil will be in such a decent spot, especially with the support of Franklin, that he's not going to retreat just by the by. Oh boy, let's bring Grimes in and see if we can get a shot off at Avery and the rebel cavalry here, because that could potentially be a problem for our cannons later on in the fight. I'm going to try to get a quick shot here. Ooh, Avery's going to move back. Sure enough. Alright, let's get a shot at Wood and keep trying to draw him into Scherer's line of fire. Nice volley there by Wood, but Grimes is not scared. We're going to fire and then fall back. Beautiful. Fall back, boys. And actually, Walton is getting some great shots over here from the farm, so we're shooting them from multiple directions. Look at that fast reload on our skirmishers. I love it. I'd like to actually bring these men right here, our artillery up. Looks like Lieutenant Grimes is wounded. We'll get him to a field hospital right away, but of course losing a skirmisher legend like him is not good news. It's going to definitely lower the morale of his men, but the fact that we're getting shots on Wood from Walton means that these guys, the enemy, is not in the best position. Most elements of the Army of the Mississippi, it appears to be Polk's Corps. Man, now we're facing the entire Army of the Mississippi. Of course, we only have to hold the church, but we don't have really that many men in the grand scheme of things, so I hope we keep doing damage to Wood here. I might even bring Grimes up for another volley on him, try to weaken him as much as possible. In fact, I'm going to bring Scherer out of the woods just to get that extra volley, and probably won't even fall back, because I think we could take this guy out if we're hitting him from multiple directions. We really stand a chance at doing some damage. And I'm going to bring our skirmisher Grimes here and try to hit Avery. There we go. Wood has taken some nasty shots. All right, Avery's going to run. Let's just get one shot, and I hope that they actually aim at our skirmishers here. Go ahead, fire. Damn it. All right, at least we're going to be on the enemy's flank. Get a shot off. Go ahead, Grimes. Nice. Another shot by Scherer, and a few more shots by Walton. Should hold these guys back. You can see, look at that. The Army of the Mississippi is definitely setting up across the river there. That is frightening. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. We got Wood on a Confederate charge. It's that rebel yell. The one we fear so much. We're going to bring Franklin over here to support him. Yep, the rebels are definitely going to try to charge our location with Wood. You can see a lot of dead Confederates over here. And look, I don't even think they're going to make it there. That was essentially Pickett's charge. And our men are returning to keep attacking here. I don't want our guys to keep following them, though. I do see why they want to, but I'd rather they just fire at the enemy. So let's hold our location. We need to focus on the Army of the Mississippi right there at our ass. And that could be a problem. You can see, I think Wood has taken enough pounding. Probably not the greatest strategic decision there. You can see also the enemy has some artillery. Now, we could bring Grimes over, see if we can harass that enemy already because it is going to keep pounding us. But one thing I'm going to do is get Scherer back in the woods here. Keep on firing, son. Scales getting good shots. The enemy is not moving forward here. They could just be trying to weaken Neil's position, but Neil is getting some shots at Stewart. Not sure if he's actually getting any serious shots. We could definitely use some reinforcements. Here we go with Grimes. Can even get Grimes over here on this side of the woods to start shooting. Major General Albert Johnson has been spotted. There is no doubt that the rebels plan to execute an attack. Okay, here we go. We're going to try to hit Lindsay. Try to strike down some of the enemy cavalry. And once again, because of the trees, it's going to be a lot harder for us to do any significant damage to really hurt these guys. But we're going to try anyway. Now we know, though, that the entire rebel army, or potentially a large amount of rebels anyway, is coming towards us. And we've got to respond. There we go. Lindsay's taking some nice shots. Like I said, I might move our skirmishers over here to Stewart's flank to try and get some flanking shots into his line, but I like firing at this artillery for now. Hardy's men are here, and Hardy himself is available, and if Hardy's here, you can be damn sure there are more rebels on the way. They're still not making a concentrated push on the church. They may realize what a strong position this is and not really want to take that risk. Alright, get back, Grimes. You've done your job. In fact, we're going to get you over here into the woods. You're going to keep on fighting. He's going to be kind of our guerrilla unit. I mean, he is a skirmisher unit after all. More brigades of Polk's Corps. We got Stevens moving forward, and now, of course, we're going to have to move Grimes back. That ain't good at all. Wood is arriving once again, and Scales is nearly out of ammo. We don't have a supply wagon in this particular part of the battle, so things are going to get very interesting right now. And look at Stevens moving forward here, trying to cross that river with a charge, with Russell as well assisting him. This could get pretty dangerous. It looks like Loomis is going to have to defend against these charges. Neil is over here supporting Loomis, but of course now Russell is charging as well. We face a serious rebel assault. And Scales is low on ammo. I mean, it is getting pretty dangerous over here, guys. Okay, come on, boys. Oh, you see, this is what I was worried about. Loomis is losing his cool. We are getting some canister shot down range, and that's definitely helping, but got to make sure that Russell gets the hell out of here. Get some shots from the farm and force Russell to rout. There we go. Alright, get back across the river where you belong. Of course, Loomis routing is going to make things complicated for us, to say the least. We just need to make sure that time runs out, and I'm hoping then we're going to get some reinforcements. Might be we don't get reinforcements. Also, for those of you enjoying these battles, make sure to check out my Confederate campaign. You know, we got, well, to the end of where the game was. Of course, the game is still in early access, but we did manage to get to the end. The Union campaign, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll actually end early. We'll have to see how it goes, guys. But I'm definitely hoping we can get a victory here at Shiloh. Another shot with Grimes. Fire on him. Fall back. Sherry's going to get a beautiful shot here as soon as he gets in range. Yeah, baby. And we can bring Loomis back. It looks like his morale is almost back to snuff. I don't think we need to have him assist with Wood. I think we need to get him over here to the south where he was before, waiting and watching for some possible rebel attacks. Scher's got him on the flank. That's going to hurt tremendously. We just need to stay where we are, guys, and keep up the good work. Boys, send Claiborne back. Confederates attack on our left. So we did manage to hold that long, and now the Confederates are massing on our left flank. I'm hoping we're getting some reinforcements here or leading another part of the army. Must make a defensive line and hold them. We will get more reinforcements as they become available. Well, you told us that before, and they never showed up, so I'm very concerned about this line. Our main objective is to hold the center of the encampment. Alright guys, we're going to do our best, and our left. So we do have an uphill advantage over here, which is pretty cool. And this is of course a different part of the battle where Agrippa Maximinus is nowhere to be found. You know, of course, he's just not part of this particular battle line. But I'm going to move these guys forward, and I'll keep the cannons where they are, but we've got to keep our eyes on all of our men. Like I said before, we could use a lot more men on this battlefield. Currently, we're kind of using the bare minimum, and even that isn't honestly enough. So this is, you know, really going to be tough to be able to win this battle. We did kind of win that first part. I mean, we held the line at least, but I'm not so confident about holding both of these fields during this fight. It's going to take a lot. We got to see if these Confederates are going to do anything. Once again, especially with this part of the battle, they seem to be really holding back, but I think it's all part of a greater plan. Let's go ahead and fast forward here. Alright, sure enough, they've begun to cross. Now, we've got a really nice position up here with Porter, so firing down at Pond as much as I can. I want to see what kind of rifles Porter has, because he is... No wonder, we had it on fast forward. I thought he had carbines. There is a mission where a unit does have carbines, so I can be forgiven for that mistake. Got some nasty already coming in here, and Gibson is getting pretty damn close here, so I'm going to move Russell out of this encampment and over here to Gibson's flank. Now, the good thing is we got MacArthur here, the skirmishers. Not only that, we've got Allen, and he's got some shell shot for Gibson. Now, I don't like that we're being forced back on this position, but we can't watch every single one of these positions at once, and we're going to move Gibson back pretty damn quickly. You'll see that. They secured Spain Field, but we're going to take it back without any issues whatsoever. Let's go ahead and open fire. There we go. Keep shooting, boys. I want to get these guys in the woods, but for now I want them to just fire volleys. Keep it up. Get the hell off my battlefield. That's what I'm talking about. Move these guys into position. We'll keep McCord here, and he's going to take another round of shell shot. You saw that Confederate fall right there. And as you can see, Pond is still in a terrible position. Porter in a beautiful one. Just able to fire down on Pond without him even being aware. Just imagine the terrors of the Civil War, being told by your commander to hold fast in a damn pond, literally, well, more of a canal, while you get shot at from the top of the hill. That's no fun. Come on, Allen. Got Anderson also approaching here, so we do have to stay calm and collected. So far, nobody's pushing on this right side, but that doesn't mean I'm going to leave it undefended. Definitely want to watch it, just in case. Good work, boys. Keep it up. Oh, we got a lot of boys attacking. I might have to move MacArthur, our skirmishers, over here. Like I said, we don't have enough infantry to hold these positions, so we've got to make use of what we do have. Right now, that's some skirmishers. We've got to leave McCord here. Maybe we can bring McCord over here to deal with Anderson temporarily, but we've got to be very fluid with our movements. And here we go, finally, some reinforcements. Please tell me it's more than just a damn general. All right, we got Ellis. Supplies, I mean, that's useful, but we better get more than just supplies. MacArthur, fire downhill. Do not leave this position. it. Just supplies. I told you we didn't bring a lot to this battle. Gonna be tough. We're definitely gonna need McCord, especially now I see Gladden and Chalmers trying to make it up this hill. It could be that we just lose this position entirely. But at the very least, we've got to try to do as much damage to the Rebel army as possible. Remember, they also need reinforcements. They also need fresh troops. And, you know, even in the actual history of the war itself, the Confederates did have less men for obvious reasons. So this gives us the opportunity to really try to overpower them with manpower alone. In this battle, though, they outnumber us significantly. So it's going to make for an interesting fight. They don't know what to do in terms of getting up this hill, and that makes me very, very happy and slightly safe. At least temporarily. Keep firing. Nice border. Love those uphill positions. Even if we're at a distance, we still get a shot, and Anderson is getting the hell out of here. Keep shooting him. Don't stop. This is not a gentlemanly conflict, as you guys well know. The enemy could be running away. That doesn't mean we're going to stop shooting at them. There we go. Anderson's out of here. Gladden's next. But you guys know how this works. If you like this series, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new. And if you are new and have subscribed just a few days ago or something like that, make sure to check out our other episodes for this. And if you want to see our Confederate campaign, if I can remember when I upload this video, I've been quite sick today with fever. I am going to try to remember that for you. I'm going to move Harland up so he can start getting some better shots here right from the top of the hill on Pond, especially since Pond isn't even realizing that we're getting flanking shots here. But like I said, make sure to check out our other campaigns, especially our Confederate one. That was fun. And give us hope for the next part of this battle. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. Have a blessed and awesome day.